Do what it do. Welcome to the live. Yo,
What's up, guy?
hey man, welcome to the podcast, big homie.
We out here with it. Appreciate
Hey
it.
man, we back at it again with it, big homie. Tell everybody your name and where you from.
My name's Domo. I go by just Domo, but it's like Domo bitch. That's my name. Domo bitch. Pretty much. But I come out of Greenville, South Carolina, but I ain't over there no more.
Facts. What made you move out the city?
Uh I came over here when I was still a teenager, and I was sticking with my family still because we had to come out over here because it was only place that my mom could get her treatments. And so we kind of moved out here. I stuck with the fam because, that's fam. Got to stay with them. And so that's what brought us out here. But hey, before all that, thanks for taking interest in me, dog. Enough to be like, hey, let me come put you on my little shit, ask you questions and stuff. That shit's cool. I appreciate it.
Hey man, I appreciate it, bro. Hey man. A lot of people don't be showing love like that, bro. I appreciate it, man. About to do big things with it. Doing big things over here.
For real. And people like you that do things like this for people like me and other people is like, yo, we need you. We need you. So
Thank you, bro.
you're really
Thank
doing
you, bro.
a good service.
Appreciate it, bro. A lot of people think this shit easy, bro. But I tell people all the time, go do it yourself.
Yeah, for real. They ain't never got on the internet and had to be like, all right, so who the fuck is worth talking to and giving a platform and shit like that.
Exactly, man. Everybody thinks it's easy till they got to do it, though. But, that's the hate. That's the slick hate. You know what I'm saying? The internet is undefeated.
And
So,
you got to pay attention to some things too. Like you got to have an eye for detail and all that. And people just don't got that. They go interview pretty much any Humpty Dumpty little motherfucker. You feel me?
nah, man. You gotta have an eye for talent or somewhere to that. But
Straight up.
you got Domo bitch. Where did the bitch come from?
Pretty much. I was just going with Domo, but there's just so many Domos and Domos floating out there that if I'm just that, people will not be able to find me. And so I pretty much instinctually, because that's more so that's my music name. And with my music, I do a lot of mosh music and shit like that. And so I kind of need something that's in your face type shit because when I get on a mic, a lot of my vibes are really in your face. You know what I'm saying? And so I
Mm.
was like, yeah, I'm Domo, bitch. You know, so it's Domo, bitch, and it's really explicit, and I like that because I like really explicit things that make people turn their head. Like, oh no, people got their little kids, they're like, oh, don't look at that. That's kind of my vibe. So put some explicit on it, and it worked out. I kind of sometimes I'd be thinking about changing it though because I'm like, man, because I've been about to get booked for a show and all that, and quite frequently they'd be like, we can't put your name on the flyer because it's explicit. I'm like, oh fuck. Then they end up just doing Domo and shit like that, but still working out with it.
You might have to take the bitch off, man. You might lose some traction to that shit. And be like, bitch. I'm like, damn, man. You might bring a whole lot of bitches.
But nah, for real though. I think about that, changing it and all that. But then at the same time, it's nah, bro, because I built enough on that. You can go Google that shit and you will pretty much just see me. And I kind of like that because nobody else got that. And it just goes to show because I don't think I've done enough to fucking be able to sit here and say, "Ooh, I'm Googleable." But the reason why I changed it is so then shit like that can happen, you know?
Right, right. So how long you been taking your music career serious?
Um, I don't really know. Like, I want to say like 3 years. Like, there was like certain phases of being serious about this and that as far as music goes. Like, it
Mm-hmm.
started, I was serious about making music, and I was like real into like, I need to make sure that I really think out how I make this. And then it
Mm-hmm.
got into getting serious with like, okay, well, I need to break down how I do things on the internet. And then it got into, now I'm really serious about shows, like the way that I do shows. The shows now is like the biggest part of it. That is what I want to do is like before I get called like a rapper or anything, I want to be called a performer. And so I really, I don't know. So basically, yeah, like 3 years. But
Right, right. Okay, okay. And and you doing shows, like how long you been getting booked though? Like, you know, how what that show money looking like right now?
it's been really off and on. Like for real, I started getting booked for shows ever since I kind of got serious about like making music like on a schedule and shit like that. Like that was when I got my first shows. I went straight out of state. I went to Michigan and I did some shows over there and I learned about like tricky shit in the music industry and shit. And then I was like, fuck that. I don't want to like work through promoters and all that. And so I started trying to do them on my own, like get my bread up, go rent out the venue, and then throw my own show and essentially like host the show, but like be the person that's making everything run, making sure that everybody's in place, coordinating the whole thing. And then that ended up being like really fucking hard to do like a lot. And so I started working through another little like booking company, and they would put me on the shows, but they would want people to pay like $20 to get in, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then I'm only gonna see like $3 of that.
Mm.
And then I was like, damn, bro, I am not making money like I was making when I just do this myself. And so I went back to doing it myself. And then I don't know, man. I go crazy for shows. Like I'll build a fucking stage with my own two hands and fucking like go set up my own truss, my own lighting. I got like pyromechanics of my own. And like I'll make the whole thing. I'll turn that whole bitch to a festival.
What is the power of mechanic?
It's a fire up in the air.
My
So
bad. Somebody called me. I couldn't hear you. What the last part you said? Power of mechanics. I always want to know what that means.
it's a pyromechanics fire machine. And so like it's like a tower and it shoots fire straight up in the air. It's like and so I got two of those. I have not gotten to use them yet because that was when COVID hit like real bad where they were shutting shit down. And so I still haven't got to use them, but I went and did like a little performance and shit recently, and so that kind of like was what I needed. Now things are opening back up. It's good to like go get a show booked. I can go rent a venue without any like restrictions going on and shit like that. It doesn't have to be such a pain in the dick to do. Now all I got to do is just make sure that my money right to make sure I can do it all right, and
Mm-hmm.
then bam, we're gonna be back doing shows and shit. But first, I gotta damn drop some new music. God damn it.
Right. So how much it cost to book you for a show? Like, what's your fee is?
My fee, to be honest, bro, like I don't even rock like that. I just want to perform. And so like if you want to pay me, like cool, let's get it. But I pretty much work off of like depending on because I've ran shows before and I know how it goes. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'll base it based upon my ticket sales. I'll be like, all right, well, I think that I can sell this many tickets. And so to make sure we can both get money, I may only ask for like I'll be like, bro, give me $70. I'll fucking do it. Like I really don't care about the money because I'll go get money in the other ways. So it's like, but this right here, I just want to do it. You know, I've done a lot of free shows, but I'm more about my money when I throw the show myself. When I throw it myself, I put all the money up to make all this happen out here. That's when I'm like, no, I need my bag. Because like, look at all this goddamn money I spent out here to make this shit happen, goddamn. You feel me? And so, yeah. But through doing that, that's why I'm like that. Because whoever is making this show happen, I know how much money you had to spend. So I want to make sure you get paid first. Because at this point, you just giving me an opportunity, and I feel blessed for that.
Right, right. So you be like doing stage dives and like forming mosh pits and shit at your shows?
Hell yeah. Like, I try to come through with like a lot of energy, like a lot of energy. My music be on some like I said, real in your face. So I half the time I don't even want to be on the stage, bro. I just want to get in the crowd. You know, we on the same level. We is vibing together. You know, like that's how I get down. And plus, I feel like when I'm there with everybody, like, and I can feel everybody, then it's like it's a different energy than just looking at this fucking, you know, loudmouth ass kid on the stage. You feel?
Right. Okay. Who's some of your favorite performers you like to watch?
Honestly, I watch. I try not to take so much like notes from like rappers a lot because I notice a lot of rappers, you know, they just kind of like I kind of be looking at like bands and shit like Slipknot, Blink 182. Oh, but like Machine Gun Kelly, he's a good performer and shit. That's somebody who I like looked at like damn, that's some cool shit. I want to do that sometime. And actually, hey, I thought it was funny. I was looking through some of your other interviewers, and you said something about Chief Keef being a bad performer.
He's a terrible performer.
He is. You
And
know,
the
you want to know
Migos.
something funny?
The Migos are bad performers as well.
They probably are terrible. But hey, for real, I went to a Chief Keef concert in Cincinnati, right?
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep.
Wow. Oh my fucking goodness.
I real life fell asleep. Like I was straight up bored, and I ain't slept much at all. I was like, man, fuck this. Cincinnati's bullshit. Chief Keef, like he 2 hours late. I was like, man, fuck this. I'm gonna go take a nap. I straight up did. I did. And then I woke up. I seen Chief Keef just over here. I was like, no, I'm going back to sleep.
It's that lean, it's the drugs, man. Them guys are terrible performers. It's some more terrible performers too, but those are the ones at the top of my head that are like just horrible. Like those guys are just at the top of the list. Uh, yeah, people don't understand. Show money is how a lot of these artists eat, though.
Yeah, for real. Like, a lot of it is, and like, but there is like a certain point though, because you have to be able to bring people out. You know, you
Fact.
have to be able to do that to actually make money. And the only way you're gonna do that really is if you go and you do some shows, you make a sacrifice and say like, I just need to do this to show people what I can do so these people can actually see my worth. And then once they see that you're worth their money, you are going to put on a good show. You are going to have that energy and they are going to feel you. That's when like the real money starts coming in, you know?
Yeah, like Kanye West, he had a Mercedes Benz Stadium packed out. I believe it was in Atlanta. I think it's in Atlanta or whatever.
You
And
talking
he
about
had 70,000 people in that motherfucker
for
listening to unreleased music of Donda.
yeah,
You see, that's how important this is. Shows are important. Your show presence means a whole lot right there, man.
yeah, straight up. And like, because straight up, if people can't feel like they can come like literally, I feel like all right. So I feel like when people come to your show, it should almost be a vibe of like we are all collectively going to meet this person in their element. You know, they become the embodiment of their music, and so there's like something to live up to and deliver with that. You feel me? I don't know. Maybe I'll be overthinking things, but that's how I see it.
I
If
was
you
looking
fail to
at
deliver that
right.
and you just like, oh, buddy up on the stage pretty much that's just, you know, going through the motions for this and just looking at this like it's a chore, it's a job, then it's like people walk away like, oh, that was a lame show, but at least we got to go see him live, you know?
Right,
Like,
right. And
oh,
mhm. Basically that's how it is though. All they got rappers with a bunch of guys on stage, bunch of guys on fucking stage, pants sagging down, and they on stage just mumbling and shit, and a bunch of people behind them dancing and shit. It's just terrible. A lot of people don't know how to perform.
mm-mm.
They have
They don't,
they have no stage presence whatsoever. Like I don't know if they're scared, I don't know if they're nervous, but the shit be whack as fuck.
I mean, I understand it to an extent, but like people have to learn like crowd interaction. Like just make them feel like they're here, you know? Speak to them. You know, like don't just go up there and wait to like do your songs. Like ask them, at least ask them, y'all fucking with that? You know, one of my things I like to say is I'd be like, hey man, where the single ladies at? If y'all some independent like girls up in here that do your own shit, make some noise for yourself. And like that one right there, that shit gets crowded around. If you can like pull those off and get interaction from the crowd, it makes everybody fuck with you more. Everybody's having a better time. And like people just don't do that, you know?
Right, right, right. I think they don't understand that right there. And that's another thing. Just because you got a hot song, people think they good performer. No, you're not, man. It's really about really demanding that shit. Like Travis Scott. I like Travis Scott. Honestly. He goes fucking in, bro.
He do. He
Like
do. He
I'll
a
pay
great
to see a
performer.
Travis Scott concert. He flips on back flips, all kind of shit. Chris Brown and them motherfuckers know how to perform, man.
Man, true that. See, that's like when I perform, the mosh pit is a big part of my performance. Like, because first of all, I do not go up in someone else's pit in my pit. When it's my pit, like I straight up tell them, I'm like, look, people get hurt here. So if you think you're gonna get hurt, just stay out the pit. You do not have to be in it. And then it's like once that pit opens up, it's like I'm gonna run up in there and like, you know, I'll be throwing punches and shit like that. I'll ram up into somebody full speed and shit
Mm,
like that. Like I'm the embodiment of my music and I got rage in my music. So pit, this is where I release my rage at, and I want you to do it too, you know? I want you, like if you got rage, you can punch me in my face. You can punch me in my shit, you know? Like, and it's all love because this is just a release, you know?
mm.
And so, yeah. And a lot of people like that kind of shit. I used to think I was just an asshole, you know? And like I was just going up in here and doing whatever, and people were like, oh, why you hit me? But no, and then there's people that are like, punch me in my face. Punch me in my face. I want to bleed and take a picture with you. And I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy. For real? I mean, okay. Like I ain't gonna just like steal a shot on him real quick. All right, come here then. It's like, no, all right, see me when the pit starts. And like if it happens, it happens. But I'm not gonna set out to just go wreck your shit, you know,
Right.
just to
Are you a
do it.
rapper or you a rock star? Oh,
Bruh,
what you
I
said?
don't I don't really like I don't like to call myself a rapper, honestly. Like I kinda do like rap, but I would say more like a rock star, like between the two. But for the most part, I just look at myself as like a raging motherfucker that makes music. And
Mm,
so
right.
and then aside from that, it's all art to me. I'm a big art nerd. Like I run a business off of art. And so like this is all just art and it's like poetry in motion, so to speak, but also like it's all an art form. This is all an expression. And like I do that when I do shows myself, like the way that I set up the lights, the way that I like, you know, I'll give my DJs like little command. This is how you work the fog machine. This is how you Like I'm gonna tell them like this is how you work the fire, and at these certain points, like make sure that these are explosive points that make the crowd feel this. And it's so, and that right there is just like an artistic representation during the show. And so
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
it's all about like just making it all art. I call myself an art hustler. In the,
Mm-hmm. Hold on, it's like a circle
oh
moving
yeah.
around right now. You do you see it? On my end, I see a circle moving on your screen. Like,
No, I see both of us.
you see it? I see you with like a circle like in the middle. I don't know why. Well, okay. I was about to say something. I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, so how long you been doing this? So how long you not been working a 9 to 5? You just been doing the arts. You've been doing cover arts.
Like there was a little period where I did have a 9 to 5. Like I was going without one, and then I went and got one, and then I was like, all right, I was doing it, but I was like, I need to stop this shit for real because I'm getting like too cozy, just like working here all the time and like not making time like for what I need to be doing. And so I went like a year and a half, nah, like 2 years with no 9 to 5. And then I got a 9 to 5 for a little less than a year. And now it's been it's been about like 8 months since then that I've been without one and just like hustling shit. And like it works out and all. I have ups and downs still, like sometimes like all I have is enough to like pay my bills. You feel me? And then there's other times where it's like I am balling right now. You feel me? And so
Mm.
collectively about like 4 years with a little less than a year, give or take, that I've been like
Yeah.
just